William, a first-time
sir.
call out
Good
of
morning,
Cleveland,
Jesse.
Ohio. Thank you for calling. Go ahead, William.
Jesse, while being on hold, I've been listening to the show, and it's just been amazing. Whether it was Earl, and I like Earl, but if he and I were to sit down for lunch, I don't know if that same attitude would come out. I'm white.
He white.
And I love everyone. But if we sat down, if he would be courteous and just a lot of things he was saying just didn't make a lot of sense.
Right, but that's the brainwashing of black Americans. Hold on, William. I got to take a bottom of the hour break. I'll come right back to you right after this break. William, a first-time call out of Cleveland. Go ahead. Thank you for holding.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, William.
The statement you made just a second ago was so true about the woman, and I know that from personal experience, but
yeah, it's all there, but nobody says it.
Yeah. Yes.
And she'll even do that to her own kids if they love their father, if they look like the father, if they love their father. That mother will do whatever she can to destroy that kid to turn him or her away from their father.
Yeah, which is sad. Instead of trying to work things out, looking at it the other way. But
they can't help it. They have no love. That's why men have to bring the hell out of them by loving them with God's love, not mama's love. Or daddy's love. Men need to become fathers to their wives so that they can help them overcome that anger.
And Jesse, how important it is that I heard, I'd never heard it anywhere else about forgiving your mother. And I did that. But I wouldn't have, unless I started listening to your show. And it was actually on the Fallen State, you had interviewed Stephen Anderson way back, not recently, but and I had listened to Stephen Anderson through his website, and that's originally how I came across you on YouTube. But just how important it is to forgive your mother.
Yep.
Because it helped me out.
Why do you think? Deal. How old are you, William? Now.
50 plus.
Why do you think you have not heard that all your life until now? Why has that been such a secret?
Maybe they don't want people to know the truth. I don't know. That's a good question. I would assume that the church would have shared that with me.
Yeah, that's the church. The job of a preacher, pastor, whatever they call themselves, is to point you into the right direction so you can overcome. Yes. And the way you overcome is taking a look at yourself, go and forgive mama, overcome her, and return to the Father. But the preacher won't tell you.
And why, in your opinion, why is that?
Because they're afraid of their mama. They hate their mama too, and they have guilt from it, and they can't stand up to it because they don't want to hurt her feelings. They have all kind of excuses to prevent facing the fear of mama. They have fear of her, so they fear their wives, and so they're not able to do it. They just can't do it. They don't have the courage. They don't have the love.
Well, my mom looked at me like she was cross-eyed, and I really needed to. It was a good thing to let her know, and I think later on she realized where I was coming from.
Yes.
But it was interesting to say the least, and I'm glad I did it the second time, only because the first time I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was clear.
Yes.
But Jesse, the real reason I called, and I appreciate you taking my call.
You're welcome.
The silent prayer. I had been doing it, and I've included other things when I prayed. For strength, for wisdom, knowledge. Is that to be incorporated?
No.
In the silent prayer?
Never, ever, Mama Mia, ever pray for strength. Because when you do, you're going to become weak. Because strength only comes when you deal with the issues. When you deal with them, you'll become strong. But if you ask God for strength, He's going to make you weak, and now it's harder to deal. It's best to just stay present, Don't hate, speak up, and do what you got to do, and don't have an opinion about it. Be careful what you ask for.
Okay. Okay. And all this is learning for me, but certainly the silent prayer, the whole point of it, and I've been listening to the video as I've been doing it. The whole point is to not get caught up in your thoughts, which is the important thing.
Yeah, every thought is a lie. There's no such thing as a true thought ever. That's why God said, bring all thoughts into captivity, right? Every thought is a lie. They set you up to destroy you. They destroy you to build you up. They build you up to destroy. They're all lies. That's why God said, my children shall know me by my voice.
Yes.
His voice is a voiceless voice. There's no talking, no thoughts, none of that stuff. It's a clear revelation. It's like a bright sunshiny day all the time in your life. You will always be able to see. And he's not going to talk to you so you know the difference between his voice and Satan. And Satan is talking to you in your mind. He'll quote the Bible to you. He'll do whatever he takes to deceive you. That's why you have to doubt every thought.
Okay, so it's really giving you discernment. It's helping with seeing through, not to listen to your thoughts.
What is?
Well, the silent prayer helps.
Yes, it helps you to calm down so you can become aware that you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are not from you, and they're not from God. And then after a while, you'll be able to do it without using the silent prayer video, right? Because you become aware. The more you become aware, it's God who allow you to see. You can totally just be aware even during the day and night.
Okay. And it's certainly given me the to realize that the thoughts are just of Satan. And
there's a guy at my gym. He had not heard of me, but he heard the other guys around me asking about my show and all that, right? And so a Hispanic guy, too, he came over one day and he said, and he's a young guy, too. He was telling me that he has all these thoughts and they're making him feel anxiety and depression and he doesn't know what to do with himself. And so I explained to him that you got to stop listening to those thoughts. Those are evil. And they whatever you believe will control you. By him believing those thoughts, it brings on depressive ideas and suicidal thoughts and all that. And I said, stop listening to them. They're all lies. And I told him to check out my site and do the silent prayer. And yesterday I saw him at the gym, or the other day. And he was like, man, I feel so much better. I didn't know my thoughts were making me feel that way. And he felt so much better already. And the only thing he's doing now is doubting the thoughts. He's not believing them.
Very good. I think that's the most important thing, is to just let them pass through and not take much heed in the thoughts.
Take none, and they're all lies.
And I think that's what you're saying is it's good practice in the future to get in that mindset and just let thoughts pass on and go about your business and keep on trusting in the Lord.
What's going to happen is you can't make yourself trust in the Lord either, but when you're outside of your thought, you're with God, and you can't help but have faith in Him. To doubt thoughts is to have faith.
Okay.
Because we live by faith, right? Whatever we believe, we live by belief. So when you believe a thought, it controls you. But when you're outside of thought, you're controlled by the love of God. And I do want you to know, when you first wake up, you're going to wake up. But then Satan's going to stay busy trying to draw you back in, trying to make you believe thoughts and give you certain feelings to make you doubt yourself again. But just don't worry about that, because God's mercy, His grace is now present with you, and you will grow away from the thought. After a while, Satan will be way out there, and he will not be able to tempt you.
Okay.
So just be patient. You are growing away from them. Stay with the silent prayer. And be aware during the day. If you get caught up, and you can tell if you're caught up because you're going to feel something. You think, you feel, and you overreact. But this time, when you're caught up in the thought, you're going to think and feel, but just relax. Don't overreact at all, and he's taking it away from you.
And not to get emotional and
Right.
all caught up in the and really the focus. Just because you're awoke, you're awake. That's why Satan is focused on you.
Yes, because
Okay.
but don't worry, because God is allowing you to see that it's Satan trying to tempt you with those thoughts.
Very good, very good. And Jesse, one more point is, I thank you for your radio show. You know, Earl mentioned, you know, you're selfish and you're all about yourself. But if you didn't have your show and you're trying to help others, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, really, you have your show is to reach others and to help others. And,
Absolutely.
You know, his point is you know, I like Earl, but it was some of it was kind of crazy what he was saying.
It was real crazy. Just like it's crazy to sit up there and hear Big Mama Michelle tell the blacks that white people are running away from them, when at the same time, as soon as she and the fallen Messiah got a little money in their pockets, they ran away from the blacks. They moved out of the hood. And the blacks sitting there don't see that. This woman sounds crazy. She's doing the same thing. How come it's wrong when the white people move, but it's not wrong for the blacks to move? It's crazy.
Yes, yes. Well, Jesse, I do appreciate your time and taking my phone call. Thank you.
You're welcome, William. Thank you for calling, man.
Have a great day.
You too. I appreciate you. Amazing.